Yes, third category of microorganisms or microbes is protozoa. Generally, the protozoa are unicellular organisms. Generally, protozoans is also made up of a single cell, so they are called unicellular organisms. They possess animal-like characteristics, means they can move from one place to another place. But why they move from one place to another place? Actually, the protozoans move from one place to another place just to capture their food and to eat their food. They live in fresh or salty water, or some protozoans live in soil and some live as a parasite. Parasite means they live in the body of other organisms. Some protozoans actually live in the body of other organisms and to take their nutrition from the body of host, like amoeba and paramecium. These are the simplest type of protozoans. And the fourth category of microorganisms or microbes is fungi, or singularly it is called fungus. Fungi. Generally, fungi is a plant-like organism. Basically, it is a plant-like organism, but they do not contain chlorophyll. Fungi, the structure of fungi is like a plant, but they do not contain chlorophyll. So, lack of chlorophyll, they do not synthesize their own food. They may be unicellular or multicellular. Means fungus may be unicellular or multicellular. Like yeast, it is one of the most important example of fungus. Generally, yeast are the unicellular and bread molds is a multicellular. Yeast generally unicellular fungus or bread molds is generally multicellular fungus. They are present everywhere from desert to cold regions. They are also present everywhere from even desert to a very cold region, but generally the fungus grow best in warm and moist places. Generally they grow best in warm and moist places. Okay. Next one is virus. Yes, the fifth category of microorganisms or microbes is viruses. Actually, the virus come in the category of special type of microorganisms. Basically, the virus are very small and we cannot see it with the help of light microscope. Means with the help of a simple type of microorganisms, we cannot see the viruses. So, what the viruses can be seen with the help of electron microscope. This one is electron microscope. Virus can be seen with the help of electron microscope because it magnifies the image. Generally, they do not have a cellular structure. They do not have a cellular structure. It means that virus does not show the character of living organism when it is present outside the body of any living organism. Like other organisms, they cannot reproduce by themselves. Second one is they cannot reproduce by themselves. So we can say that these 2 points means virus does not have a cellular structure and it also cannot reproduce themselves. So we can say that the viruses are non-living organisms. Means these two characters show that viruses are non-living organisms. But however, they enter the body of living organism. Whenever the virus enter the body of living organism, then it acquired the mechanism of living organism, then start to reproduce. Same here. This coronavirus is also a type of virus which is also, whenever it is outside the body of any living organism, it is act as a non-living, or whenever it enter the body of living organism through any source, like through air, by contact, by any type of contact. This can be by touching, or it can enter our body by our through our mouth, nostrils, eyes. Whenever it enter our body, then it acquire the body of living organism and start to grow rapidly. So scientists regard the virus as a link between living and non-living. Means it is generally a dividing line between living and non-living. Basically, the virus, if the virus is present outside the body, then it is act as a non-living, or whenever it enter the body of living organism, then in that case it act as a living organism. That's why the virus come in the category of a specific type of microorganism. This coronavirus, corona is also a type of virus. Actually, the antibiotic is a type of medicine which is also not effective on the case of virus. Antibiotic is actually effective in case of bacterial disease, but in case of viral disease, the antibiotic is also not effective. That's why in next video we will discuss about different how the microorganisms are useful or harmful for the mankind. Actually, different type of microorganisms, how they are useful for us or harmful for us, we will discuss in next video.